The Amon clan in Yakuza games are essentially just super bosses available after beating all the sub-stories in most of the games. They act as a final challenge and obstacle for the player after they've done basically everything you can do. They're known for being kind of difficult and also being a grind to get to, so knowing how to beat them beforehand might help you to get that final piece of gear or final sub-story done so you can get the completion. In Yakuza 0, there are 2 Amon fights. There are So Amon, which you fight as Kiryu, and Jo Amon, that you fight as Majima. Today I'll be going through both and basically the strategies you want to go for to have the single best success rate while also being pretty safe. Now first, I'll start off with the Kiryu battle. Before you start the battle, I recommend getting Kiryu very drunk, like maximum drink. This is helpful for the brawler tree, which allows you to get a bunch of bonuses when you're drunk and when you're at low health. Once you get the confirmation and you go to the bullfighting arena, Amon will just tell you just a simple story how he saw you in his dreams for some reason and you were the person that beat him up and something, I don't know. After a little bit of a yap sesh, the fight actually starts. Now this fight, it's actually kind of easy. It's probably the easiest Amon fight you could really do. His first phase, he'll have this massive cannon in front of him, and now once the fight starts, the first thing you want to do is dodge out the way. Either by quickly switching to rush style or by just, quick stepping out the way, whatever way you feel. Now for the equipment, you do want to have something that has at least some decent defense value, unless you're doing a no damage run, which it doesn't really matter. Or you could go get a, War God Talisman, Watch my other videos, please. I need the views for the Majima and Kiryu video, please. Thank you very much. But essentially, you just want to run up behind him, get to Brawler, and perform a snatching strike. This strike will take away a bunch of his health, and you should be able to kind of repeat this as long as you stay in heat. Now, while Amon has his cannon and he's not in heat mode, he is relatively easy to, knock off. Getting weapon heat actions in now isn't too useful, but it can be if your attacks just aren't doing any damage. You just don't want to get hit by his cannonballs because they will fling you across the map, waste time. They don't do too much damage, they do like a little bit of damage, but it's still pretty deadly. This can also be detrimental because if he hits you on the cannons and he stuns you, he'll just spawn in a laser from his cannon and it'll basically knock you out instantly. You just want to run behind him, you want to get any opening you can until he gets to heat mode. When he gets to heat mode, he'll be increasingly aggressive. Now, a good thing about this is that he cannot do heat actions no matter what in this fight. Unlike some bosses, especially in Kiwami, where they'll do a heat action if you get knocked down, he will never do a heat action, so you don't have to worry about that. When he does get to heat mode, I'm pretty sure he's supposed to do this, where he's supposed to spawn way more cannonballs per shot. Now, I don't know if it was a glitch for me, where he just didn't do it, but I've had it happen before where he just spawns a bunch of cannonballs around him, and it's really easy to stun you and get you caught on fire. So when he's in heat mode, that's when you should probably best use your weapons, because they'll have the better use for him. You can try running around him, try and do some standing heat actions. I know Dragon Star has one. I don't know about how powerful it is in this one, but it's there, it's on the table. After you get down half of his health bar, he'll switch from his cannon style and you'll hear this helicopter come in and he'll switch to his kind of beast style. Essentially, he uses the beast Shibusawa moveset and there'll be a helicopter in this part and it'll just keep dropping furniture no matter what. For this part of the fight, your main enemy isn't even a mon, it's the fucking helicopter. Now, this is because the furniture drops is just completely insane damage. One fell swoop and you are knocked the fuck out. What you want to do is just kind of run around the helicopter or run around the entire arena and wait until a yellow vial drops. This will basically grant you temporary invincibility and it's what carries this fight. Well, it's the only way to win the fight. You definitely need to get there before Amon does because he can pick it up, he will become invincible, and he will become of no threat to you because you can just run around and he will never deal damage to you. You just want to pick up the vial before he does, give him a couple combos, don't overextend your combos, and what I mean by this is don't just run at him, do a couple combos and just keep doing those same combos until it runs out. You want to do maybe 1 or 2, back out, wait for the next vial to drop, pick it up and repeat. You don't want to commit because, you might as well die. Weapon heat actions will also get him down relatively quickly, so using those will definitely help you. I do believe the helicopter does spawn in some poison ones as well. They did it in Colosseum, but I'm not too sure about the Amon fight one. Yeah, this is definitely the easiest fight of them all. It's pretty simple. After you defeat him, you will be rewarded with a little yap sesh with Amon, telling him, I don't know, He's gonna leave his legacy behind or something. I don't know, this guy's weird. But you do get the Amon sunglasses, which are, okay, they're not too great. They do just increase the damage of weapons, but I guess it could be kind of useful if you need it. I don't know. You freak it like that. Now, onto Majima. For Majima, there isn't really much of a sense of preparation, except for just, you know, getting all the abilities you can, upgrading the Mad Dog style, getting that, you know, War God Talisman. Come on, man. I know you want it. I know you want to watch it. Please, 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 I beg. And maybe some high defense armor. Bringing in some weapons will also work, especially with the weapon search thing you can do. But, it's not really that necessary because there's one little trick that I want you to know about. When you start the battle, Jo will be in the dragon moveset. Same as Kiryu's, but it doesn't do as much damage. It's just very annoying and very fast. While he's in this phase, you can do a little heat action where you run behind him, take his knife, and it will basically guarantee a health bar until he's gone. You can then use his knife to do another heat action, which will deal another whole lot of damage, so it makes the fight a little easier. Mastering the Thug Style's Harsh Lesson counterattack and the Breaker Style's counterattack both work best, but there is one move that beats all of them. The Mad Dog style counterattack simply does more damage than all of them combined, and you don't have to be in heat mode because of the little glitch. So no matter what heat level you are, you'll always be able to do the counterattack, but the more heat you have, the higher damage you get. So if you have the War God Talisman and you constantly regenerate heat, you can just instantly wipe them out, almost just like that. And since you can knock them down to the floor, you might be able to switch styles to maybe Thug, do a bit of heat actions on the floor, and it should really take him out. To his next phase, I mean. In his next phase, he'll be using the Mad Dog style, and at least this time it is not as powerful as it is in Kiwami. In Kiwami, one combo, one running attack will essentially take half your health bar. Here, even if you get caught out in one combo, you could usually guard it. If not, it won't really take out a whole lot of your health bar. Obviously, you still want to pack some drinks, but it's much easier to, you know, take him out. Doesn't do as much damage. His windows are also really massive, so doing the Mad Dog counterattack is much easier. Counterattacks are really the only way to go about this. If you try and pull off some combos, it won't work. If you get weapon heat actions, those could definitely work. It's just that with the repeat heat actions, it will do less damage, and if you run out of weapons, tough tits. After you get rid of his 9 billionth health bar, he will fall, and you'll get the Amon sunglasses, this time for Majima, and the achievement for defeating Amon should appear. This will also unlock the Story of My Life achievement, which is just all the sub-stories, and that's really it. That is all the Amon battles in Yakuza 0. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe, share with your friends, and yeah, see you in the next one.